Hello and a very warm welcome to you all to Light Up the Highlands 2025. I'm Nicky Marr and I'm delighted to be back again this year to introduce everything that we have for you over the next half hour. We're jumping straight in with the wonderful voices of our Ness Factor 2025 contestants. Take it away, team.
Build a fire, gather around the tree, fill a glass and maybe come and sing with me. So kiss me under the mistletoe, pour out the wine, let's toast and pray for December snow. I know there's been pain this year, but it's time to let it go. Next year you'll never know, but for now, Merry Christmas.
Dance in the kitchen while embers roll. We both know love, but this love we got is the best of all. I wish you could see it in my eyes and you would know, my God, you look beautiful. But right now,
Merry Christmas. The fight is raging on, and we'll all sing along to the song. Just having so much fun while we're here. Can we all spare a thought for the ones who have gone? Merry Christmas, everyone. Kissing me under that mistletoe, pour out the wine, let's toast and pray for December snow. I know there's been pain this year, but it's time to let it go. Next year you'll never know. And now, Merry Christmas.
we'll dance in the kitchen while embers glow. We both know love, but this love we got is best of all.
I wish you could see it through my eyes and you would know, my God, you look beautiful. But right now, Merry Christmas. I feel it when it comes. Every year that with us carry on. Filled up with so much love. All the family and friends are together where we all belong. Merry Christmas, everyone. It's Christmas time, but you and I will have a good time and a Merry Christmas. It's Christmas time, but you and I will have a good time and a Merry Christmas. It's Christmas time, but you and I will have a good time and a Merry Christmas. It's Christmas time, but you and I will have a good time and a Merry Christmas.
I love that. That was our Ness Factor 2025 contestants getting us right into the Christmas spirit with an original from Ed Sheeran and Elton John. Of course, it was called Merry Christmas. Ness Factor's 10 talented singers performed to a sold-out audience in November at the Ness Factor live show, and they raised an incredible £85,000 for Highland Hospice. I was lucky enough to be in the audience again this year supporting one of the contestants, and it was a brilliant and inspiring night. The winner was Jamie Cruikshank. He did his first public performance at the Inverness Christmas Light Switch On, and he's going to be on stage at Belladrum next year. I can't wait for that. Light Up the Highlands is an opportunity for us all to show our support for Highland Hospice by dedicating a light on the hospice Christmas tree. Now, you might want to do this in memory of a family member or a friend, or just to show your support for the work that the hospice does in caring for people with a life-limiting illness and for their families too. Our beautiful trees in Falcon Square and outside the hospice will offer hope and light to many. Scan the QR code now if you would like to donate. Let's pause now for a poem. This year's reading is called A Christmas Light Bulb Relit, and it comes from Inverness-born Hollywood composer Lorne Balfe. Lorne is a long-standing supporter of Highland Hospice, and he fundraises through his music and special events to give back to his home community.
I felt cold winter winds upon my face, my hands, my ears, wet blowing snowflakes, chilly white. That to my eyes brought tears. I was outside hanging lights that would in darkness glow, and with their multicoloured rays create for all snow shows. When plugged in, up atop the roof, all bulbs but one beamed bright. I knew that it was climb up time, up there this winter's night. I turned around to go and get my ladder from the shed, when up above my roof I heard a whoosh beyond my head. I looked way up. Oh my gosh! Very bright light shone all through the sky on houses, cars. I blinked and it was gone. The light bulb that had failed before to light was glowing bright, much brighter than the rest of them, here on the snowy night. Amidst a flash across the sky, I heard a voice, I swear, call out, take care and cast your smile to people everywhere. It's not the lights that glow that need a spark, it's those gone out. Shine forth your joy to all the world. That's what love's all about.
The bereavement team understand that the festive period can be a really tricky time. It's okay to not be okay. So please do take time for yourself, reach out if you need to, and make memories on those memories. Have a lovely festive period.
Merry Christmas, one and all, from By the River Cafe.
Thanks for your support. Merry Christmas from the finance team.
That's a beautiful piece. I've not heard it before. Thank you, Lorne. But if there's a line that will stick with me, I think it's this. Take care and cast your light to people everywhere. And that was followed, of course, by some festive messages from our hospice staff. I bet there's a few familiar faces that you recognise there. I'm thrilled now to be joined by the hospice chaplain, Norma Higgott. Norma, the hospice helps people to live even while they're at the end of their lives. And that doesn't change just because it's Christmas time, does it?
No, it doesn't. We still want to encourage people to have the best Christmas they possibly can, especially if it's going to be their last one. So we still want them to have a nice meal if they're able. We still have people coming in to sing Christmas carols. And we do as much as we can to make it a special time for them.
There was a line in that poem that Lorne read, and I believe you chose the poem for him to read, which is just lovely. Take care and cast your light to people everywhere. And that's really what the hospice does, casting light at what would otherwise be dark times in people's lives.
Yes, and that's something that actually for the next few years is very much our focus, that we are working into our communities to try and provide care for people no matter where they are, and to cast that light a bit further afield. And we're working with our community partnerships and with our Sunflower Care at Home, and also with what we now have as a palliative care response team, which at the moment is only operating in Inverness, but we're really keen to expand it further, to allow those people who want to live at home until they die to actually be able to do that and to give them as much support as we can. And we also have a palliative care helpline, which people can phone into and get an immediate response from staff at the hospice.
And that's a hugely important thing as well, because even if a family is in Inverness, even if the person is in Inverness and it suits them to be here, there may well be people who they'd rather be in the surroundings that are familiar to them. And if that's what people want, why should they be deprived of that?
That's very true. And, because we do cover the whole of the Highlands, it's very difficult sometimes to get people down from Wick or Thurso, from Ullapool, and they want to be part of their communities. And sometimes there just aren't beds in the hospice. So we have to do the very best that we can for these people at home and to support their families and to help provide as much care as we can so that they are comfortable and cared for where they are.
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing a lot more about that. It sounds as though it's going to be an incredibly exciting few years for you all at the hospice. And of course, everything that you do benefits all of us. Thanks very much, Norma. Stay with us and we will come back to you soon. Highland Hospice are really proud to have established Strictly Inverness as the largest charity event in the Highlands. Thanks to a huge community effort, Strictly has raised a staggering £3 million over 15 years and has earned high praise from many of BBC's Strictly cast who have been guest judges at the event. A beautiful lyrical dance from this year's competition has been chosen as our reflective piece for Light Up the Highlands. The dancers are Rachel Smart and Erin Smith.
And the tears come streaming down your face when you lose something you can't replace, when you love someone but it goes to waste. Could it be worse? Will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you.
A dance that speaks 1,000 words. Rachel and Erin dancing there to Coldplay's Fix You, which was written by lead singer Chris Martin for his then wife Gwyneth Paltrow, and that was to comfort her after the death of her father Bruce. That song, of course, is about offering support and hope to someone who's experiencing grief and loss. And those lyrics remind us that even when we are struggling, there will always be someone who will help us through the pain to find our way back to ourselves and back to what might be a new way of living. Norma, it can be really hard that first Christmas without someone physically still in our lives. Does it help to talk about them? Does it help to remember maybe Christmases past? Does it help to tell the stories that made them live? Or is it better just to sort of carry on as we were and shove everything under the carpet and pretend that there's nothing wrong?
I would never say it's better to shove everything under the carpet. We need to acknowledge the person who has died. We need to acknowledge the love that we felt for them, how much of a presence they were in our lives. And I encourage people always to stick with some of the traditions that their loved one wanted as part of Christmas. But that's hard if you're on your own, and that can be really challenging for people to find a way of celebrating Christmas when you really don't feel like celebrating. And people like to talk about what they might want to do, and we're able to do that. We have a sharing space group at the hospice, which is a facilitated conversation between people who are in a similar situation, knowing that it'll never be the same again, but trying to find a way of living with the loss of their loved one so that they can go on enjoying the Christmas period. And people talk about lots of ways of doing it. People want to be with family and friends, but if they haven't got family, they talk about being able maybe to volunteer somewhere, to help provide a meal for people, or to do something as part of their community.
And that can help maybe them feel a bit less lonely, a bit less isolated. Even if they're on their own, they maybe feel less alone because they know that other people are sharing that same situation.
Yes, and often the folk that are in our groups will exchange phone numbers or something just so that they can contact each other perhaps over Christmas and say, thinking of you.
And the Sharing Spaces group, is that just for people who have, they've lost somebody at the hospice or under hospice care, or can it be for anyone who's been bereaved?
No, the group is open to anyone who's bereaved, and we have a real mixture of people coming in from the communities who've heard about the group, who are looking for bereavement support and perhaps looking for some counselling, but that there can be a waiting list for the counselling. So they just come and join a group where they can talk to other people and not feel quite so alone. People are often very surprised by how tired they are when they've had a bereavement, and just to hear other people say, oh yeah, I'm just so tired too, can be very reassuring.
And I suppose that's just, that group is just another example of the way in which the hospice isn't just there for the person who has the life-limiting disease. You're there for the whole family and for their support network as well.
Yes, we go beyond just having the patients there with us in the hospice or having them in the community. We support the families ongoing and try and help them to find a new way of living. They're always remembered and forever loved.
Yeah.
And that's what's important, to have those memories to keep you going.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us again, Norma, and I hope you have a really lovely time over the festive period yourself. Now, no Christmas celebration could ever be complete without the cheeky smiles and infectious cheer of children. Let's now go rocking around the Christmas tree with these talented students from TFX Performing Arts Academy.
Later we'll have some pumpkin pie. So on behalf of the fundraising and communications team of Highland Hospice, we'd like to say a huge thank you and
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas from the housekeeping team.
Merry Christmas from the inpatient unit.
Oh, wasn't that just brilliant? That's a group of children right there who were absolutely destined to be on stage and in front of a camera. To wrap things up for us this year at Light Up the Highlands, we're now heading over to the hospice to hear from the Highland Hospice Choir, led by vocal coach Tony Henry.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years, we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years, we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas
You might just have recognised a few familiar faces there, the lovely hospice staff who work to make sure that the Highland Hospice can keep its doors open 365 days a year for those people who need it most. And with that, Light Up the Highlands 2025 comes to an end. Thank you so much to all of our performers for their support of the hospice. In fact, the support of the Highland community really is what enables the hospice to offer the best possible care to patients and their loved ones. If you would like to dedicate a light on the hospice Christmas trees, don't forget to scan the QR code. It'll take you right to our donations page. I'm going to leave the final word to these lovely folk. Thank you so much for joining us, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas!
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
From all of us at Ness House Reception.
Merry Christmas from Voluntary Services.